Hello everyone and greetings from the Catholic community of North Harbour. On behalf of the parish team, I wanted to touch base with you and let you know that in these times of isolation and separation, you are not forgotten. When I wrote to you a couple of weeks ago, our hope was that the COVID situation in the Sydney area would settle and we could return to a stable family and life routine. But that, of course, has not happened. And so again, we face an extended period of isolation and anxiety over which we have no real control. For families in our parish and in many other places, life is changing as children resume their learning, mostly from home. This may be straightforward for many, but others will struggle with the absence of social contact. Many of you parents will feel challenged too as you cope with this increasingly familiar routine. I visited both of our schools this week and I wanted to affirm and reassure our teachers of how much we appreciate their commitment. And I want to acknowledge too the perseverance of the families preparing our children for confirmation and our faithful group leaders. We need to check on how those around us are going. And an important outcome for all of us is hopefully a greater consciousness of others' personal needs. I understand that one of our teachers asked the children what they were doing for others during the lockdown, and she received some amazing responses. Sometimes our children show us the way. Well done. Whatever happens, we hold on to Jesus' dream for each of us expressed beautifully in John's Gospel, chapter 10. I have come that you may have life and have life to the full. This is the title of the Australian Bishop's social justice statement for this year, and it's taken from Jesus' words. The statement deals with mental health in Australia. Our mental health is for most of us very personal and private, but we need to face the reality of the impact of the pandemic on our emotional health. Revisiting painful memories of this past year, separation from family and friends, feeling disconnected from the community, very much a real experience in our parish community, loss of personal freedom, loneliness and depression. Depression is part of my story too and makes its presence felt even now from time to time. There is much talk about wearing of masks, and this is very important for public health and for the common good. But it's worth remembering that it's very difficult for us to tell if the other person is smiling, or for them to tell if we are smiling. This is more than just perhaps a slightly humorous aside. Of course, we still smile with our eyes, but we need to check on the other and ask the question, are you okay? We shouldn't be surprised during these times if we become emotional or irritable at being confined, because the fact is we are not in control. Tears are okay too. Sadness and grief and self-doubt are quite normal, as are financial worries. Times like these remind us that our human life is both robust and fragile. Every personal experience can contribute to our growth when we attend to every aspect of our being, the physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects. And let's not neglect the spiritual, but make sure we care for our inner self, conscious that the God who loves and embraces us warmly is present within each of us. I find it comforting that so many of the saints, people of strong faith and great holiness, experienced emotional health challenges. And remember too Jesus' own suffering and distress in the Garden of Gethsemane. The closure of our churches and cancellation of public masses place further pressures on us. No matter where we are in our faith journey, we often find a home in the church, like St. Kieran's here and St. Cecilia's at Balgowlah. Familiar places where we can feel safe and connected to the Lord. A gap in our lives at this time. We Augustinians continue to offer Mass daily and carry you all in prayer at this time. And please remember that you are welcome to contact the Augustinians on the parish team if you need to talk. Our mobile numbers are on the back of the bulletin. May you know the Lord's blessings in your heart and in those around you. And may His grace be enough for you at this time and keep you safe always. God bless you.